In the book of Genesis, chapters 1 and 2, we can read about the world's creation and humanity. In these chapters, we learn that God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh. We also learn that God created humanity in His image and likeness. This story has been interpreted in many different ways over the centuries. Some believe it is a literal account of how the world was created. Others believe it is a mythological story that teaches us essential spiritual truths. And the rest believe it is a combination of literal and mythological elements. Regardless of how we interpret the creation story, it is clear that it profoundly impacts our understanding of the world and our place in it. It tells us that God is the creator of all things, and that we are His image bearers. It means we have a special relationship with God and are called to reflect on His character. We see a lot of brokenness and sin in the current world. There is war, poverty, and injustice. There is also environmental destruction and climate change. These problems are not new. They have been around since the fall of humanity in Genesis 3. However, they are becoming more and more pronounced as the world becomes more and more interconnected. So, what can we do to make the world more aligned with what God desired it to be? We can start by repenting of our sins and turning to God. We can also work to bring about justice and peace in the world. We can also care for the environment and work to address climate change. These are just a few things we can do to align the world with God's desires. We can make a difference and create a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world by praying and working together. So, did God create the world in 6 days? That's a question that each of us will have to answer for ourselves. However, regardless of how we answer that question, the creation story in Genesis can teach us much about our place in the world and our responsibility to care for it.